guys, how are you doing? I hope everybody's well. Today we are looking at a brand spanking new Stihl ms271 chainsaw. This was sent up here to us by Simple Man. If you've been around the channel, you know who Simple Man is. We've done a few saws for him and his brother over the past few years. But he picked this one up. Like I said, it's brand new, sent up here power head only. These are part of the same chassis as a 291, 311, 391. This is just the baby of the bunch. It's 50.5 cc's. They're a farm, ranch, homeowner style saw, the polymer chassis or plastic as most people may call it. In some future videos we're going to do a series of modifications to this and see what we can get out of it. First thing I'd like to do, and this saw's never been ran to my understanding, is it has holes in the back like it has carb adjustments, and I'm not seeing a M-Tronics sticker anywhere on it, so maybe we got one with screws that's adjustable. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about and you're just kind of wanting to check out the 271 saw, some of these saws have M-Tronics carburetors, which means they are not adjustable, that they are like computer controlled. Think back in the 1980s when they done all of those garbagey computer controlled carburetors that didn't work very well. Well, these actually work pretty good. Work really well for what they are. But like I said, this one has holes in plastic, so it could very well have an adjustable carburetor. And looks like it has the same, or a very similar air filter set up as my 362C. Could even very well be the same setup, but I've since modified mine and put a foam uni filter on it. Okay, so it looks like we do indeed have some adjustment screws in there. I'm going to zoom in and show you guys. So those holes wasn't just for show. We can adjust this one, which means it'll be easy to modify. The M-Tronics saws modify well. I've done several of them. I have one myself that I own. You just got to kind of watch what you do with your numbers and how far you take things. But that's crazy. It looks just like this way the cylinder's laid in, about almost identical to my 362, which has a pro chassis saw, which this is not. It's plastic, but very similar design. Anyway, now that we know that enough of the boring nonsense, let's say we get this folded back on, and I've got the bar and chain pulled off of one of my 024s over here. And one of the first things we're going to do to this saw, I've already got it on order, is we are going to convert it over to a rim drive drum and convert it over to 3/8. I think he's wanting to run a 20 or maybe a 24 on this with Pico chain, just for, you know, a small firewood saw, something where you don't have to bend down so much to use. But that is what we're going to do next. We're going to get that bar and chain on, and I'll show you what I've got. I don't have anything special. It's a Archer bar and a loop of Archer chain. It's 18-inch 325. Probably what this would come with if you went to buy it. And this thing still has a sticker on top where it was purchased from. smooth. It's new. I'd really hope so. I've seen some mixed reviews on this saw. I've never really ran one, so I don't know. It's rated at 3.5 horsepower. That's up there pretty good with about any other 50cc saw. Even better than some of the older ones. Honestly, up there pretty good. What's funny is in a 4-stroke you'd need something probably over 125 cc's to. I think your old 3-horse Briggs were 127 cc's. I'm probably talking over a lot of people's heads now. I'm a horsepower and engine junkie, or your real deal gearhead, I guess. But yeah, we'll get over in the other shop. Will be the next place we're at, I guess. So right, filled most of the way up with some 32-to-1. Got some bar oil in. Let's see if she'll bust off. We'll go full choke, which is all it has, I think. Really easy to pull. 7 pulls, that's not bad. Kind of weird on a new saw. Let's go get a tuning screwdriver and tune the low jet just a little bit. Alright, I think I can just start this right there. Say that'll work. Low jet just needed a little bit of tweaking, but it was kind of weird when it first started. I was beginning to wonder if it didn't have issues, and that does happen. You can get a brand new saw with issues. They all don't just light right off and they're ready to go cut wood right out of the box. If they did, your Stihl mechanics and Husky mechanics and your Echo mechanics, well, they would be out of a job, I guess. But we'll go out back. I've got a piece of wood. It might be 8-10 inches or something, but we'll be able to put it in it, and we will be able to make a few cuts and see if it feels like it does have 3.5 horsepower. Alright, let's throw some chips. Standing in a mountain of chips. up again. 271, 50.5 cc's, 3.5 horsepower. Right now we're running Archer 325 18-inch full comp chain. It's ground chain at that. As you can see, it's pretty aggressive, pretty hungry, and that saw's handling it just fine. So I'd say that advertised horsepower rating's right there where they're claiming it to be. Seems to me like it would be a pretty decent saw. I wouldn't call it a little saw, but it's a mid-sized saw. Like I said, they make this all the way up to a 391, which I think in turn is 64 cc's, but I think we've already been over that. But anyway, guys, if you're interested in seeing this modified, maybe you have one, maybe you want to modify it, and you can follow along. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications bell. If you don't do that one tip with the bell, they will, more than likely, you won't be notified of anything that I put out. That is just the truth about it and the way it is. But sub and turn on the damn bell. Hell, it's free, doesn't cost you a thing. With that said, we'll probably start with the muffler mod, maybe timing advance. But I'm going to wait till I get the 3/8 drum and rim set up here, and I'll probably set it up 20-inch 3/8 low pro setup, because it's really similar to what he is going to be running on it. So with all of that said, we're going to conclude this. Thank you guys for watching, and everybody have a great day.